The initiative would like to send its condolences and prayers to the family and friends of Tommy Tiny Zeus Lester, who passed away this week at the age of 62. Tiny Zeus Lester will be missed for all the incredible roles he has done in the black community and his outstanding performances in Friday, The Fifth Element, and of course, my favorite as a kid, Ready to Rumble with Hulk Hogan. Thank you, Tiny. Thank you for everything. Welcome back to the Afro Anime Initiative podcast. I am your co-host, Darren Bradley, along with.
Paulina, what's up, y'all?
And here at the Afro Anime Initiative podcast, we discuss everything in Afrofuturism from A to Z. And ladies and gentlemen, we have discovered everything for the entire alphabet. If you don't know, listen to the podcast. You'll find them. You can find us on Afro Anime Initiative on Instagram and on Facebook, and follow us at Afro AI on Twitter and right here on YouTube. Paulina, we just got to jump right into it. Disney has declared that the streaming wars are not over because December 10th, they had an investor conference and they said, hey, HBO Max, hold my beer. Disney has announced more than 30 plus shows going to Disney Plus. You see what they did? The Plus, they just going to Disney Plus. They rearranged their slate of movies, and we're here to discuss our highlights. We're going to kick it off with the partnership between Disney Plus and Kogli. I knew I was going to mess up as soon as we started recording. Kogali Entertainment, an African collective group in the diaspora, and their new animated series Ijua going straight to Disney Plus in the upcoming years. And what makes this so phenomenal and so newsworthy, it's a legit partnership. Disney doesn't own it. They're making an animated series based off the comic book, which the company publishes and owns. Super dope. Paulina, what are your thoughts on Ijua going to Disney Plus the next coming years?
All I can say is that I hope that they honor the contract, that they don't infringe upon anything in terms of creativity, storyline, all of that. Um, I'm excited to see more. I'm I'm cautiously optimistic about it. And pretty much that's all I got to say about it. Really, I'm just more of a wait and see. I'm a very wait and see kind of person, honestly.
Okay. I think I like the wait and see, of course, for the actual end product. Like if the animated series is gonna be good, like well, yeah.
Right.
But I think right now what I'm hyped for, because the word out and the reporting is it's a partnership. Didn't buy it and now they own it. No. It's
Working
a partner. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Because a lot of times and let's be honest, when you're struggling, you're an artist and somebody wants your property and you're trying to be big, I believe we just talked about it 2 weeks ago with Dave Chappelle. You sell them your creativity. You sell them your creativity for that money. And in the long run, that will hurt you. In the short term, cool, we can do this. The family's great. I finally made it. But in the long run, you lost your property. And Kugler, even with the empire that is Disney, all praise the empire, they was like, nah, you still got to partner with us. You're not just going to buy this out. That's why I'm so excited. Yeah, it's weird. I'm more excited about the business side. But yeah, I'm just hyped. I'm like, yes, a partnership. The words that are being used, it's partnership. It's in collaboration with. It's in conjunction with. Not Disney bought it. So I'm excited. I'm excited. But you're absolutely right. It has to be a wait and see, because we know recently that Disney don't like to honor contracts. So Disney, do right by these beautiful Black people and get these African shows out there to a wider audience, because you got the reach, and one day your app might actually leave the United States. So it'll be nice to have this good African representation around the world, like that Beyonce show. Maybe the rest of the world can see it. Without going to Netflix. So yeah, that was exciting. And then in other news, which had me super excited, Raya of the Last Dragon. It is, oh my God, this is why we do notes, and we should write our notes carefully, because I wrote down the culture it's from, and I'm going to say the culture wrong, and I'm going to get mad at myself, so I'm going to shut up. I'm just going to say it's about an Asian culture. Please forgive me, y'all. But Raya the Last Dragon has been announced for day and date release in theaters and on Disney Plus March 5th. I think it's a cool move. They're trying to throw something like the what HBO is doing, but I also think Disney understands. We'll talk about that later on in the podcast. That HBO got some problems. HBO Max has some problems with their day in and date release. But announcing Raya is cool because, of course, Disney owns it. It's all Pixar. It's all them. They ain't got to worry about nobody else. And I just think it's really cool. I think it's something that deserves to be seen by a lot of people because so far from the trailers, it seems quite accurate to the culture, even though, of course, it does have fantasy elements, but it's accurate. They're telling the mythology from the culture's point and not a whitewash view. So I think that's really cool. Paulina, how do you feel about Raya and the Last Dragon day in, day out in theaters and on Disney Plus?
Honestly, I don't really have much to say about that either. Yeah, I don't have much to say about a lot recently.
We're going to breeze through this podcast, ladies and gentlemen, with no problems.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be a real short podcast, like 15 minutes. That's it. I mean, it looks fun. I don't know. Like, there hasn't been a lot that I've been excited for a really long time.
Mhm.
Sounds like another fun family film.
Mhm.
I mean, does it involve a Disney? I'm not even going to ask about Disney princesses. I think I'm over that. Literally, I am.
Mhm.
So hopefully that there is accuracy. There's no whitewashing. There's just nothing to make it unnecessarily extra.
Yeah,
So
I get you.
yeah.
Like I said, I'm like, my thing is, like, the reason I brought it up and put it into the group outside just our normal Disney Plus discussion from the conference is because representation matters, even if it's not us. But when I see this stuff like this, and I'm being super selfish, I want y'all to listen to me. I, Darren, am being selfish. When I see this representation happen for other people, it lights a fire under the butts of mine. And they realize why we not got our stuff up there. Yeah, why don't you? You don't have to wait on Disney, do it yourselves. And that's why I love seeing this stuff, because it lights a fire under our people. I see artists, when they see something, and Soul is coming to Disney Plus December 25th. Yeah, Christmas Day. Soul is cool. And I've seen black artists be like, this is supposed to be about soul, a soul of a black man and all the stuff he's doing as to live and everything. But you can't tell. So a whole bunch of black artists in the groups I'll be following on Facebook started drawing stuff. I'm like, stuff like that. That's why I like Raya, even though I'm probably going to like it because it's probably going to be a cool looking movie. But it's the motivation it inspires in my people. When they see something like that, like, why we ain't doing this about African mythologies? Yes, why aren't we? Go write a script. Go get your animation tools working. Go get that pen and paper. Go draw something. So we can have our own Raya and the Last Dragon on the screen. And I was about to say a real stupid African stereotype, and I stopped myself. So we can do our own stuff. So that's why I bring it up, because it's the motivational aspect, I guess. See, it seems that I'm not happy about what they're doing. I'm just looking at the inspiration and business side of it. That's kind of, you know what, Disney? You know what I mean? Okay. Okay, Disney. Okay. Maybe, look, let's talk about some stuff I actually might be excited to see. How's that sound, Paulina?
That sounds great, honestly.
WandaVision. WandaVision's final trailer came out, and it looks fire. Just fire. Falcon and the Winter Soldier trailer came out with actual special effects in it. Gave me them Captain America Winter Soldier vibes. One of the best Marvel movies, period. Fire. Loki trailer. Tom Hiddleston. Being Tom Hiddleston. Fire. And then Marvel just started announcing stuff. We're going to get Secret Invasion and Nick Fury show. Kang has been officially announced for the Ant-Man movie. Ant-Man 3 is coming. Black Panther 2 has its release date official. And casting stuff, we'll talk about that one day once we get some concrete stuff. But casting, no recasting of Chadwick Boseman, but they might be recasting some other people. What else we got? She-Hulk for Disney Plus. Miss Marvel, Disney Plus. Captain Marvel 2, people from the Disney Plus shows already announced they're going to be in Captain Marvel 2. actually connecting the universes. Oh boy, it's so much. Fantastic Four officially announced MCU. The logo is real. Kevin Feige pointed to it. Um, oh my god, I'm missing stuff. Oh, it's so much, so much. Oh my, it's just so much. Ooh. Star Wars has 9 new shows, animated. Ahsoka Tano, Rosario Dawson starring as Ahsoka Tano, getting her own live action show. We're doing a spin-off series that take place during the same time as The Mandalorian, being spearheaded by Mandalorian writers. I'm excited. I actually am excited to watch these things. I know I just threw a lot at you, Paulina. Please forgive me. How do you feel about some of the things that Disney Plus has announced coming in the upcoming years?
WandaVision, I'll watch it for sure
Mhm.
because, like you said, it looks fire. I'm really interested in Falcon and the Winter Soldier because I've just been really interested in Winter Soldier stuff for a while now. So yeah, this looks fun. Loki, I'll watch it too. I'll watch it too. Loki's a very interesting character. I enjoy his antics in the Thor movies, especially in Ragnarok. Oh my god. So,
Mhm.
so I'm looking forward to those. I know that there are a whole bunch of newer shows coming up. Star Wars, hopefully, they do the lore justice and explore other aspects of it instead of the main shit that they destroyed. Um,
Please answer. Mhm.
like that one, I'm not as excited for, but like it's just a wait and see kind of thing because I think that there's also like controversy surrounding it too. Um, Otherwise, I mean, I think that's pretty much what I'm looking forward to.
Mhm.
And that's it. Everything else, it's okay. Maybe I'll give it a shot. I don't know if I'm interested. I've just things have disappointed me so much before. I'm not getting my
Yeah,
hopes up for nothing. So
I, I gotcha.
yeah.
Well, before we go into our final Disney story, just a little odds and ends. Something that also stood out to me: Hocus Pocus 2 is official. They are going to make that movie. Why? I don't know, but okay. Because Hocus Pocus is a genuine classic to me. I mean,
I love that.
genuine
God, I love
classic.
that
I
movie.
mean,
It's so much
so
fun. I don't know what they're gonna do
I'm
with the second one.
exactly like, I'm cool. We really don't. But hey, you need content, make it. I ain't gotta watch it. Do what you gotta do. So for our final story and probably the biggest story for the Afro Anime Initiative podcast, I am going to confirm the rumors. I am going to clarify all the stuff that's been out there on the internet that you've probably seen on some of your favorite websites. I am officially cameoing in Spider-Man 3. It's been confirmed. Disney announced it. I'm going to be in Spider-Man 3. Pauline's going to cameo after my cameo. And then there's some other people named cameo that's going to be cameoing it too. Um, yeah, because basically it seems that every single Spider-Man 3 rumor that you've heard is true. Everybody and Netflix will be appearing in Spider-Man 3. Paulina, this seems to be a subject that you enjoy. How can I say exposing on? So I'm going to step back. Take the floor, please.
But why?
Yes, yes, good. Yes, there's an ovation. Yes, but why?
Fucking why? They can't. Okay. Let me start by saying I get it if they're doing a multiverse kind of thing with Doctor Strange. I believe with the second one, yeah? It's the second one? Yeah,
Correct.
it's shit.
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
And the Multiverse of Madness. Okay. When I first heard that, I'm thinking, okay, multiverse, it's gonna be messy. It's gonna be a little messy because multiverse stuff is messy, no matter who's writing it. It's just a
hmm
lot to keep track of. Okay. With that said, now there was a lot of announcements with um this current generation or iteration of Spider-Man with Tom, and I'm assuming the third one is going to be crossing over with Doctor Strange. Yes, maybe. I don't know.
Yes, no.
Yes, yes. Y'all forgive me. Keeping track of this shit is just a migraine. And so okay, so we have this. We have the issue that we don't really have a movie that really centers Spider-Man so far. And then we technically do have one coming up, but it's with different Spider-Mans and different villains. Now, the thing is, I'm more excited with the I can't say excited, but I'm more looking forward to seeing the villains actually. Now, I understand that they're doing the whole what Sinister 6, right? Yes.
Supposedly they were getting ready to set up the MCU's version of that. Yes.
Right, through the whole multiverse thing.
Now that's what it looks like.
Right.
But if you go back and watch, okay, if you go back and look at the way it ended the first Spider-Man movie, why can't I say Homecoming? Spider-Man Homecoming, they set up his next major Sinister Six villain, which should be Scorpion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we do that. Then you turn around and you can see all the stuff that happened with Sony because Venom became a hit. If Venom wasn't a hit, none of this would be a problem. Venom became a hit. So Sony was like, okay, we know how to do this. We're just going to make a whole bunch of villains. Some of those villains Marvel wanted for Sinister Six.
Mm-hmm.
So what they did when you get to the second Spider-Man movie, because now it's after Endgame, the 10-year story is over, they're trying to reestablish villains, but instead of establish Mysterio as a Spider-Man villain, they establish him as an international villain. He's a world threat that Nick Fury has to deal with. And he's an offshoot again of something Tony Stark did. So he's not even focused. He's not a Spider-Man villain anymore. He's a Tony Stark villain.
Another Tony Stark villain.
Right. So you pull that away.
Oh, Tony Stark is one major fuck up, isn't he?
Right. So now if you want to add in the villains from the other Spider-Man movies, from Tobey's and Andrew Garfield's, I'm sorry, y'all. Right now, except for the Vulture, those are better villains. Those are better actors.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Jake Gyllenhaal. I actually liked the Mysterio, but that movie was not that good. They messed you up. So you're gonna put those actors and put them up against your MCU standard. And right now, the way you have Spider-Man, that's not gonna work. And yes, I know everybody Spider-Man is owned by Sony. Those are Sony pictures. But Tom Holland's Spider-Man is an MCU Spider-Man. And right now, the MCU is kind of weak. So you take those good characters, the good characters that did come from the previous Spider-Man movies, and put them up against the MCU, it's going to show you how much weaker your MCU is. And you're not going to fold them in. You're not going to collapse the universes into one universe and say everything that's ever happened in a Marvel movie is all real. That's not happening. So you're going to put those things up against this Spider-Man without establishing this Spider-Man. Why?
And it's a problem too because I can easily say that I just have no interest in this iteration of Spider-Man. I just don't. Because I mean, I as much as I love Spider-Man Peter Parker, um with this new iteration, it's just my interest was just like, nah. It's Miles now. Enough is enough. And here's the thing. Sony did okay with the Spider-Man series. There was at least some understanding because with the first series, Sam Raimi understood Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
He did. Like Sony was smart in allowing him to direct. Mind you, it was still shitty of them to do what they did with the third one. And if it wasn't for that shit, we would have had a fourth one. We would have. Period. But that's history. And now because the MCU so badly wants to have so much of Spider-Man, they're not doing the work Sony did. They're not allowing, yes, this Spider-Man to establish himself. All of a sudden, you have all these villains from the multiverse coming in, and then you have the two prior Spider-Mans coming in. Like, how is that going to work? How is that going to work? Like, I understand it's exciting. I love that. I grew up with the Tobey Maguire one. You know, that one's just, that's my dude. I appreciate the Andrew Garfield one. I acknowledge what happened with that one. But this one, it's like, I mean, give me a chance to get used to him. I didn't even bother with the second movie because I was like, nah, no.
Because Tom Holland might have the ability to portray the best Peter Parker.
Exactly.
But they weren't giving him a chance. They're not giving him a chance.
No, they're not. I mean, I get that the first one kind of sets this, you know, like sort of establishes stuff. But it's like if they allowed him to just do his thing, bring his own interpretation of Peter Parker, I would have liked it. I would have liked it. Like he has the chops for it. He has the facial expressions for it. He has the awkwardness for it. It would work.
Yep.
But they're just they're too anxious. Like I feel like MCU is making the same mistake Warner Brothers did with their shit. But you know Warner Brothers fucked up with everything. Maybe sort of except Wonder Woman, sort of maybe.
Talk about that in a minute too.
But it's like MCU, what are you in a hurry for?
Right.
What are you in a hurry for?
If the contract, right, you re-signed the contract. Y'all hashed it out with Sony. Everybody kissed and made up. So you can do what you need to do. And if Sony is pushing it, you gotta be like, yo, we playing a long game. We can have Tom Holland for 20 years if y'all shut up.
Right. Exactly.
You know,
Tom
but
Holland is
like if y'all keep
young.
Go ahead.
He is young. Okay.
Yeah.
I think he's like the youngest version.
Yes, he is. Yes.
They're fine. They'll be fine.
Yeah, but it's like Sony is wishing like we want to make the $1 billion too. Yeah, but let Marvel do it. Let Marvel do it.
Like
play the long game.
Right. And then focus on Miles, please. Focus.
Because then consider the thing though. When y'all can't get when they done with Spider-Man and Disney completely moves over to other characters in the Spider-Man universe to replace Peter and Miles, y'all gonna be in trouble. So y'all should not mess this up. And just let Disney know that y'all can't do nothing without us, but y'all burn this out, nobody's gonna care. Because Tom Holland could be next RDJ for the MCU. He could be the focal point, but we don't know who this character is yet. We figured out who Iron Man was, the first one. Got more of them in 2, even though 2 wasn't the best, and you knew who he was in 3, even though 3 is bad, y'all. I'm sorry, Iron Man 3 is good.
Bad wasn't that.
But we still knew who Iron Man was. We still knew who Tony Stark was. I don't know who Peter Parker is yet, and I've had 2 movies just for him. I knew I got a better sense of him in Civil War than I have in his own movies right now. It's kind of messed up. Well, now that Spider-Man news and my cameo announcement has brought us down a little bit, let's bring it back up and have what I like to control, our controlled DC rant of the week. Let's start off with lawsuits. Yeah? Yeah?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, after HBO Max, their world-shattering news of bringing their big blockbuster movie to theater and to HBO Max day in, day out, then they got sued for it. The Legendary, one of the companies that basically financed or helped finance King Kong and the Godzilla movies, is just like, wait a minute. Netflix offered us $250 million for that movie. Y'all blocked it because y'all do got to say so. Y'all helped co-finance the movie. Only to send it to HBO Max, and Legendary don't get no extra cash from that. Legendary said, I don't think so, Playboy. And that's just the one lawsuit, because that's the biggest one. There are more coming out about the distribution of the movies because Warner Media owns HBO Max, which means Warner Brothers, the studio, still co-finances movies with other people. Those studios don't have deals with HBO Max. So if you take a movie that Warner Brothers makes that was co-financed with another studio, That studio necessary doesn't get any money from HBO Max. Y'all just ain't gonna never get together, huh?
Nope.
Paulina, how do you feel about the first of what seems to be many lawsuits concerning the HBO Max movie theatrical day one date release?
I'm just glad I didn't put my money down on this on HBO
Mhm.
Max. I was gonna say yeah, but I'm like, "Phew, I don't know. That's one. Number two,
Mhm.
I I had a good laugh. I had a very good laugh because what the fuck? It's uh mm,
But all right.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's it. It's like you
Yeah.
notice things. You got partners, yo. You have partners. You just can't take their stuff and say we just gonna keep it. Especially if you go out of your way to shut down the dealer with a gay your partner's money. People need money. Yes, I know they're billion-dollar corporations initiative. I understand, but they still need money to operate. So you can't stop them from making a deal that's gonna give them money, but then use something to help you get money and they don't get a cut. Really? You think that they weren't going to notice that you announced that one of their biggest movies, one of they look, it was supposed to be their big movie of 2020. You think they weren't going to know that you announced that it's going to your streaming service and they ain't going to get no money from it? Really? Come on, people. And that's why I think I talked about this a few weeks ago. That's why the structure at Warner Brothers, they got to figure something out. They got to figure out who's in charge and who owned what and who got who, because stuff like this is going to keep coming up. If you don't talk to your partners, if people are making decisions and they don't know what them contracts say. But you know what? We just gonna steamroll with that right into our next topic. Everybody's mad at Gail Gadot. I mean Gail Gadot. It seems that Warner Brothers or Warner Brothers Media and HBO Max paid Gail Gadot and Patty Jenkins $10 million a piece, or I think they spent no, it was a piece
Yeah, peace.
to hype up their love of Wonder Woman or WW84 going to HBO Max same date as day and releases in theaters. And well, agents ain't happy about that because they like, you see my client over here who been in several of your most high profitable movies, and you sending their stuff to HBO Max, where our check at? Paulina, what are your thoughts on Gail Gadot and Patty Jenkins securing that bag for HBO Max?
Well, I have yet to make myself a cup of tea from this. I still need some popcorn, and I'm just gonna sit and watch all of this unfold because this is just entertaining. This is just entertaining. Period. It's a mess. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why they did this. I don't know where they're going with it. But it seems like these people in the up in the rafters are are enjoying themselves in their own little club, making this huge mess so they can get more in their pocket. But yeah,
And real talk, I ain't mad at Gail. I'm really not. I'm really not. She's not Gail Gadot because of this. She Gail Gadot because of the Cleopatra thing. I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at Patty. If they offer you this money to hype it up, take the money.
take it. Shoot.
Again, Warner Brothers, you know you got other stars and clients. So why did you think they didn't want their money too?
That's, yeah.
Yeah. Did you really think, well, we'll just pay these two and everybody else will be quiet? No.
No.
Hell no. Like, what is wrong with you? Why would you? Okay. It's one thing to inherit a house that is falling apart and you trying to build it. It's another thing to have a house and fuck it up. But it's a totally separate another thing where you got the house is cool, everybody's fine and happy, and you just decide to cause trouble. You just up and decide. Nobody was saying nothing. Everybody was on code. Everybody was cool. And you like, nah, it's too quiet in here. Just seriously, what made you think it was cool? Because the checks is signed, the money's deposited in their accounts. What made you think it was cool to do that without talking to your other people? Tell me the thought process. Make me explain so we don't have to have a weekly DC rant, even though we technically didn't have one last week. And yes, I know this isn't technically DC, this is Warner Brothers, but hey, that's what y'all get. Paulina, I mean, is there anything else to say?
No, I'm just waiting for this mess to unfold. It's highly
Because
entertaining.
because the mess ain't going away. Because then you got dudes who butt you kiss, dudes who you risk stuff for, talking mess about y'all plans. Christopher Nolan is very upset now.
Oh, poor baby.
He need his baba. He needs somebody to come wipe his tears.
Oh, poor baby.
People want to see movies. People still love movies. But we can't, we shouldn't be going to the theater. So if there's a way for people to see movies who don't want to go to theater, why would you be mad at that? Especially if they still releasing stuff in theaters where people who want to risk it can still go. Warner Brothers lost a lot of money with Tenet because nobody wanted to risk to go see it, and those who did go risk it only went to see it one time, maybe two, and then they told everybody how it wasn't good. But Warner Brothers did that for you because you're their baby. They want to keep you happy. So now they're doing something for the actual consumers that help you become a millionaire, that pay to watch your crap, and you want to be mad at them? Your check already cleared. You already got paid for the movie. The movie has been seen by people. Why are you upset that other people get to see their movies? Let me do that one more time because I stumbled. I got so mad. Why are you upset that other people's movies get to be seen? The theater industry is not going away. The theater industry needs to change because it was crappy in the first place. We just tolerated because that was the only place to see the movies. Guess what? It's like 800 streaming services now. We got options. Movie theaters want to stay in business. Movie theaters need to compete. Movie theaters need to stop being trash. Movie theaters need to train their people better. Movie theaters need to drop the prices of their popcorn. But you can cry all you like, rich white man. Ain't nobody got to watch your crappy movies no more anyway. Paulina, how do you feel about some of the statements that Christopher Nolan and others are making about the HBO Max movie releases?
I fell asleep. I couldn't even finish reading his statements. Like, I'm like, is this man serious? Is he serious? Is he really throwing a hissy fit over this shit? But why? What? He's a rich white man. Like, they usually get angry and dissatisfied when they don't get things their way. So that's not surprising. It's not. It's not surprising at all.
But the messed up, and the messed up price, but he did get it his way. This don't affect Tenet at all.
He still wants.
You got Tenet in theaters,
so he just wants to be mad to be mad. All right.
Yeah, like you got Tenet in theaters. Nobody went to see it. That's your fault because the movie was bad. Well, actually, most people just said it was mediocre. Let me stop there. I'm sorry. They said it was mediocre.
There you go.
Right. So, what are you upset about? You don't have no movies on the release schedule right now for Warner Brothers. None. No movie you got was a part of their plan. The movies you did make for them are already on the service. What are you mad about, bro? Are you mad because Warner Brothers didn't offer you $10 million they did Patty Jenkins? Is that it? Let's be real. Let's have an honest discussion. Are you mad because Warner Brothers didn't come up to you and say, hey, we'll pay you a cool $10 million if you let us release it in theaters and on HBO Max? So you mad that other people getting it and you didn't? because you're not getting no extra money because nobody went to see your movie. It's a pandemic, bruh. Shut the fuck up. Your concerns about movie theaters are lies. Because you're concerned about movie theaters, you would go to every movie theater in America and say, hey, can you please clean your floor? Can you please enforce the no phone policy while people are watching it? Can you please enforce parents to take care of their damn kids while they're in the movie theater? If you gave a damn about movie theaters, you would go to movie theater and say, hey, you know y'all pricing out people coming to movie theaters because your damn ticket prices keep going up, and so does your concessions, but your quality doesn't. If you cared about movie theaters, you would go to every single movie theater and do that. But you don't. You living in this false nostalgia where the movie theater is this grand event that everybody in the family goes to enjoy movies. Nah, bruh. It's not. Especially since the movie theater hasn't been grand since 1960. It's been trash. The movie theater experience has become trash. But now that they got to compete, now that they ain't got the people propping them up, they ain't got nowhere to go. They want to be angry instead of understanding that they've been a part of the problem this whole time. AMC. Why would I go pay $15 for a ticket? Then go to get some popcorn, maybe a pop, and that's another 20. That's just popcorn and pop. What if I want a hot dog? What if I'm hungry? Candy is $5 no matter what. No matter what you buy, that candy starts off with $5. Why would I go to you if I can go to a special theater that has a chef, gourmet food, or well prepared food, at least fresh food, and alcohol? Same price. Why would I go to y'all? They clean their floors. The seats all work. The screens all work. Now, I know I'm called out AMC. Come on, y'all the big dogs. Hey, you got the biggest target. But y'all know y'all got some crappy theaters too. But y'all didn't care because y'all was making money. Y'all didn't care because people didn't have options. Well, guess what? Black Friday gave people a whole bunch of options. 70-inch giant OLED screens, cheap. What I'm going outside for again? Get your stuff together. And Christopher Nolan, let me borrow $1 million. I'll pay it back eventually. You okay? You good for it? All right. Paulita, you have anything to say about Mr. Nolan and his comments? I know I asked, but just to make sure.
I just want him to shut the hell up. Just shut up.
Cool. Cool. Because the thing is, if you truly cared about the industry and its significance to movie theaters, you would care about how actors are treated. You would care about how misbehaving is punished in Hollywood unfairly, and I'm gonna say myself, speaking for myself, unjustly, because I believe the word has come down that officially Johnny Depp has been blacklisted in Hollywood, that you just shouldn't work with him. P, I've talked for a while now. Would you like to take the floor about the Johnny Depp situation?
Yeah, it's bullshit. Because, okay, they're going off the excuse to blacklist him because not only of the Amber Heard situation, but, because Johnny Depp is just a terrible person to work with. Which is a complete lie because this was probably something that's been, for years. Poor behavior on set. One movie, I forgot which one, on the set of which one, he popped like a bunch of ecstasy pills. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, none of this is news. So I'm over here like, okay, I shouldn't be this deeply concerned, but this comes off as really unfair and off. Why? I'm pretty sure Amber Heard is sleeping with a couple people. That's just, I'll say that straight. I don't care who's gonna come after me. Nobody. Now, I can't say that Mr. Depp is a perfect guy. He really isn't. He's got his own demons that, of course, hurt other people too. He ain't an angel. But it's like, what is going on here, Hollywood? What do y'all gotta say for this? What are y'all doing? Because Miss Heard over here is still living her life under contract, still working, still being called for roles. What's going on? What is going on?
Like fair treatment is fair treatment, man and women, plain and simple.
Hmm.
If you punishing him for bad behavior, you gonna punish her. Are you gonna punish a lot of actors that just they behave badly? Actors, okay. I'm sorry, it's a terrible stereotype, but it's kind of true.
Hmm.
So you're gonna punish everybody? Are you gonna blacklist basically half of Hollywood? That's the male and females. You're not. But what makes Johnny Depp so special all of a sudden? Because a judge sided with a tabloid newspaper in London. He hasn't been convicted of any crimes. He doesn't have a criminal record for this. Because he got a criminal record for other shit. Y'all didn't blacklist him for that.
Nope.
Yet Miss Heard is still working. Miss Heard is up for other roles, but she is guilty of the exact same thing that Johnny Depp is doing. Punish them both, or don't punish either one of them, but be equal and fair. Yeah, man. It's just Warner Brothers, y'all just attached to a lot of bad stuff. And it's not per se that it's just Warner Brothers that's blacklisting Johnny Depp. It seems to be the industry. But let's be honest, Warner Brothers and kind of set the cue. Because Disney, we talked about this before, Disney moved them out of Pirates of the Caribbean, but the last Pirates didn't do so well anyway. So they was looking for a change up. This just gave them the excuse. They were looking for a change up anyway. The last couple of Pirates haven't done as good as they should have. So they were just looking for an excuse.
But if
Go
they
ahead.
were looking, yeah, they were looking for an excuse, but a really bad one because the main aspect of the Pirates of the Caribbean film was freaking Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
That's what it made him fun. That's what made the movies fun.
Yeah. But like Disney is looking at it like, well, the property could still work. I'm like, yeah, we'll see about that.
Okay.
But that's how they looking. But with Warner Brothers, you hire both of them to contracts. But then you call out it was his contract why he got fired, but she got the same contract, yo. Like she got the same contract. And Amber Heard is not as big of a star, I'm sorry, Amber, as Johnny Depp.
Right.
So what is in his contract that she don't have that she could do the same behavior, but you ain't kicking her out of none of the movies she in? And she's about to star in the follow-up to your last $1 billion movie with Aquaman. Johnny Depp was about to star in your new Harry Potter films who ain't been doing so great. So you can't blame it about the money. You can't say that's the reason because of visibility. Amber Heard was in the more popular movie. So your hypocrisy is showing. Please cover it up. Or at least stop being a hypocrite. Because it's just dumb. It really is. Fair and equal treatment means fair and equal treatment to both men and women. It does. And on that note, we're going to leave out the weeds, leave the abyss that is the Warner Brothers, AOL, Time Warner Media, whatever they are. And we're going to talk about something that is dear and true to both me and Paulina's heart. It is something that we both have grown up doing that we still love to do. We do it on all types of ways, whether it's PC, console, handheld, even on the phone. We love video games. And this past week, the Video Game Awards took place. And ladies and gentlemen, I just have to say, man, I had this on in the background, had it on mute. I ain't watched nothing. Nothing excited me. It just happened. Yeah. Paulina, how do you feel about the video game awards that just happened?
Well, I didn't pay attention to it. I didn't really watch anything. I learned about it over Twitter like yesterday. Oh no, not even yesterday. Earlier today. And it's the way they chose the winners is trash. Absolute trash. So, it's just I don't bother with these type of events because I know that any award show is fucking rigged. They're all rigged. They're all rigged. So I know recently they even not even with video games with the Grammy Awards or some shit. A lot of people were robbed. So it's like what else is new?
Right.
What else is new?
And my thing is, like, I never watched the video game awards for the awards themselves.
Mhm.
If it's a game I liked, I wanted to get recognition. But if it didn't, cool. I still liked it. I still paid for it. I don't
Right.
care.
Exactly.
But I watched for the trailers and the previews and the announcements, and I was just sitting there like, this all looks like stuff that I've played. This all looks like stuff that I've beaten. This all looks like stuff, but prettier. What happened to all the innovation? What happened to, we got all these systems? You got to pay all this extra money for these powerful systems, but y'all not doing nothing with it. And I get it. It's the generation just started. You know, the damn console just came out a couple of weeks ago. But it's also like, but y'all just rehashing shit from the last consoles anyway. What am I supposed to be excited for? Cyberpunk dropped. And literally, I'm watching people play. They just like, it's cool.
Oh my god. Oh, I've heard
It's just
horrible things
cool.
about Cyberpunk.
Yeah, people are just
Oh,
like, it's
man.
cool. It's nothing amazing. And you want to know why it's not amazing? They created a game that was amazing for the PC. But then when they finally found out what the specs were for the consoles, they was like, oh, we just got to take everything away that we like, huh? Which they did. And then when they was like, wait, what you saying is thanks to the pandemic, that is going to be a shortage in consoles and people can't get them. So, I mean, we got to put it down on the previous generation consoles.
Yep.
That means we got to take away even more stuff we want in the game.
Glitch galore. Oh my god. Whew.
But that's the problem with the industry. Because we can't have high standards because we have to be, again, we gotta go down to the lowest common denominator. And I'm not one of them dudes. I'm a PC gamer, but I'm not one of them dudes that can afford every new graphics card that come out. But the thing is, my PC can adjust, so I can still get the best performance. I don't have to have my game dumbed down so it could be played on my old console with old hardware and tech. Anytime I need to, I can upgrade my PC. And it looks like a lot of people are finally understanding that the industry is eating itself sometimes because you have to go by the console standard. And the video game awards, these trailers and hype packages for upcoming games, most of them not even coming out to 2022, are starting to show that. You're showing me these pretty games, but it's like, okay, it's Left 4 Dead. You know how old Left 4 Dead 1 is? Most people don't even know there was Left 4 Dead 1. They just only know Left 4 Dead 2. But this new game, all these graphics, oh, look how the light shines when you walk under a lamp. Yeah, but it's still Left 4 Dead. Still the same game. And I'm perfectly fine with graphical upgrades. That's cool. Again, I'm a PC gamer, and graphics is beautiful. But it's also like, give me something new to play. Give me a game. So yeah, like that's all I gotta say about the video game awards. I didn't watch the winners. I didn't. I looked at the trailers. When I looked at stuff and saw it was nothing. And the best stuff or the stuff that actually caught my attention for more than 2 seconds and coming out 2022, I said, cool, I can talk about it in 2022. What I'm gonna talk about it now for? That's and this might be me because I didn't pay attention. I remember we talked about this you remember that game that we talked about that just looked amazing and nobody thought it was real out of China?
Oh my god. Oh no, I don't remember that. I should.
Okay, well, we talked about this game, and I can't remember the name right now, and that's on me too, because we talked about it, and the trailer was dope. People didn't think it was real. But then they showed somebody playing it on a PC using, I think, an Xbox controller or a simile of an Xbox controller, because, again, it's China. So they was using something that looked like an Xbox controller, like, oh, crap, this game is real. I didn't see it or hear about it nowhere in the video game awards. And like I said, again, it might have been me not paying attention because, again, I was bored. It didn't excite me. But even that, if that wasn't even shown or talked about, so you're even talking about something that could enhance what's going on, that could get people excited about playing something new, something creative. It's not even at the video game awards. To me, that's a poor sign of the industry. So, yeah, Paulina, you have any more thoughts about the video game awards or just the video game industry in general?
No.
Excellent. Told y'all it's going to be a short, sweet podcast. So that is the last of our main topics for this edition of the Afro Anime Initiative. And so here's when we like to go around and just throw out something random that we found in Afrofuturism or geekdom that we just didn't put in the main notes. So Paulina, anything pop up to you in the realm of Afrofuturism and general geekdom this week?
More general geekdom stuff. Um, I think it was sometime yesterday. They talked about a new movie with Pixar. I
Mhm,
believe it's called Lightyear with Chris Evans,
mhm,
and it's about the origin story of Buzz Lightyear, but not the toy, but the man himself and the guy who inspired the toy. And I'm interested. I'm interested because a lot of times whenever they do, you know, backstories, it's very like they don't take any creative liberties with it. I've always loved Pixar films because they're just fun and original. Even if they're not original, they still take an original spin to it.
mhm,
So I'm actually looking forward to it because I saw like a still of like the face of the character,
mhm,
and like there's a lot of similarities to the toy. Like the toy is in his likeness. So it's I've always loved Buzz Lightyear.
mhm.
Mind you, in Toy Story, my favorite character was Ham, but I've always
Nice.
appreciated Buzz. Um, so I'm interested. I'm curious to know more about it. I'm gonna sit and wait and see, an actual like trailer because I think they just released the teaser for it,
Mhm.
and I don't know. I believe it might be under Disney Plus. They might go under Disney. Yeah, Disney Plus. So yeah,
Okay, cool. Is it animated, live action, or is it gonna be CGI rendered like
animated
Pixar stuff?
Pixar. Well,
Okay,
the CGI animated stuff.
okay.
That Pixar is known for. Yeah.
Because you want to know something though,
What?
I would make this a Roger Rabbit moment. So you're gonna have an actor play the actor the
Ooh.
toy is based off, right?
Yeah.
I would have did something like that. That's why I asked. That would have been a cool
That
Roger
would have
Rabbit
been
moment. We need
fun.
more Roger Rabbit moments.
We do. I want to watch Roger Rabbit.
Oh yeah, good movie. I got that special edition anniversary DVD somewhere
Oh,
around here.
nice.
Yeah. Oh man, okay. Okay. I'm interested, but if you had said it was gonna be some Roger Rabbit stuff, I would have been more excited for it.
Yeah,
But
that's all the details I know of for now.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know what else they're gonna do.
Pixar is good. I technically, and I'm saying technically because there's still a couple of Pixar things I haven't seen. Pixar has rarely disappointed me. Like I even wasn't that mad at Dory, Finding Dory 2, Finding Nemo. I wasn't really mad at that. I just wasn't for me. It was
It
still
was
a
a
decent movie.
it was a cute movie. I loved it.
Yeah, just wasn't for
I
me.
mean,
So like
Finding
they
Nemo was
never
better, but
yeah, they just rarely do anything that isn't good. So I'm looking forward to that. I look forward to that.
nice.
Well, for me, something right here on YouTube News itself, I was introduced thanks to, was it a CBR.com article? Yes, it was CBR.com article, introducing me to Nozomi Entertainment's YouTube. And Nozomi Entertainment is an anime house in Japan, and they just owned a lot of stuff back in the day. They licensed it out because again, there wasn't a place for it. But now they're taking a little bit more control of stuff. But one of the things they're really doing for free, guys, you like that part? For free on their YouTube channel is just straight up releasing some classic old animes. I know Paulina mentioned that Astro Boy was on there and
Hmm.
she loves Astro Boy. I'm cool with Astro Boy. Am I saying it was Astro Boy, right?
Yes.
Right. I've technically never seen Astro Boy the anime, but I've just watched snippets or gifs and like steals from the manga. It's not steals, but pages from the manga. But what I'm looking forward to, something that I've always meant to watch. I've never just sat down and watched it, but now that it's here, I'm definitely gonna do it now. Revolutionary Girl Utero. I've always wanted to watch it. Never have. It was been suggested to me forever. Now that I know it's on his YouTube channel, I'm gonna sit down and watch it. Hopefully, I can do it this weekend. Yeah. For me, that's about it in the realm of everything else. So that'll be it for us for the Afro Anime Initiative. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's podcast. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to all our social medias. That is once again Afro Anime Initiative on Facebook and Instagram, and Afro AI on Twitter, and right here on YouTube. You guys enjoy. Get some Afrofuturism in your life. Peace.